Hello, good evening, and welcome to Gab's Drams. Now, we're going to do something a little bit out of the blue tonight, a little bit silly, experimental, whiskies for joying. It's all about, some people take it too serious because we do spend a lot of money in whiskey, but it's all about enjoying. Now, last Thursday night, I opened Cask 413 from Aquavite. That's it there. It's nice and light, as you can see. Tuesday night, I opened 411, which is a little bit darker, as you can see. Two of them were good drams, thoroughly enjoyed them. I did think 411 was just a little bit more industrial. But what fascinates me on this, the spirit's the same. It's Ardnamurchan. The two casks are 411 and 413, so they're not far apart, but it's what was in the cask before it which is making the difference in these whiskies. No doubt about it. And 413, there was no prickle in it whatsoever. Fresh fudge, fruity, juicy, spirit, woody, grain, biscuity and nutty. 411, there was a little bit of prickle in it. It was more meaty, more veggie, more oily. 413 was oily, but it's not as much as 411. And on the nose on it, I was getting tobacco, musty, slightly sweet. That's what I was getting. Thoroughly enjoyed the two of them. So, I thought, right, let's try something. Let's mix them. Let's see what happens. And how am I going to mix them? So, Tuesday night, you can see it. I got myself a 20cl bottle. And I put 75% up to about there on the 413 and the rest 411 to see what would dominate it. Now you can do this, you can do 50-50, you can do 80-20, play with whiskies. Now you're not going to be wasting it because it is good whiskey. And it's still single, it's still a single malt because it's a one distillery. And I tend to do this quite a lot, play with whiskies. And I thought it would be a great experiment to try this in front of you guys to see how it works out. If it's a disaster, I'll not put it out. So it's all about enjoying whiskey. Don't be frightened you're going to waste it. You're not putting a bad whiskey in there. You're taking two good whiskies and you're saying, right, what one's going to dictate. So I've not tasted it. This is right off the cuff. It's lay for 48 hours. Let's pour it. Now, what's the colour like? It's right in between the two. Remember, there's 75% of 413 in it and just 25% the other one in it. Now look at that, it's a different colour again. It's right in between them. So let's have a wee look at this. What we got? Can you see it? It's lighter again. So it's basically in between the two. It's still got that. You could go 50-50, you could go 80-20, but I thought I was wanting to see how 411 would change 413 with just putting a little bit into it. So I've got a lot of whiskies. I've maybe a problem with what I do sometimes. I get a Springbank 12 cask strength and put 2 teaspoonfuls in it. And just put the 2 teaspoonfuls and you'd be amazed what it does. 2 teaspoonfuls in a 20cl bottle. It's amazing how a good whiskey can bring a poor whiskey up. But we're talking about good whiskies here. We're not talking about taking a chance. So look at the colour here. So, here we go. There's no bead in it. Let's see what the legs are like. So it'll still be the same strength. It's still the same whiskey. And the beads are the same as the other one, quite hard to see, very hard to see indeed. And then they're going, there, they're there, starting to go quite slow now, and they're reasonably thin. Right, so I'm going to take a drink of water. This is going to be interesting. Try this at home. Try it. Tell me what you think. Tell me whether you go 25-75. Tell me whether you go 50-50 or whatever. So as I say, 75-25. That's how it worked. And you can see the colour. Don't want to get them mixed up. You can see it. And that's lighter. And it's got it just a wee bit darker. And that's fine. Could have went the other way. I could have went 75% of that and put a wee bit of the 413 in it. I don't think it would have done much to it. I'm just going to see what this is like. So, the legs are flying now. Let's bring it up to the nose, see what's different, what dominates. Oh, there's definitely a nose on that. Very fruity. It's a brilliant nose. Fruity, sweet, definitely fruity, definitely sweet. Something really sticking out. Don't know what it is. It's creamy. There is something that's changed. That nose has completely changed that. Completely. Right. And the same. The nose is similar to that. I mean, it's the same as it's definitely fresh. It's quite nice. So let's put the lid back on that. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what we've got in the palate. I think that's good. There's now slight bitterness coming in. Just slight. You've still got the oilness, the thickness of the dram. There's a taste there. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. What is that taste? Let me see if I can explain that to you. Let me have a wee look at my wheel. See what I'm getting on that. Vanilla spicy wood, that's the nutty. Oily. It's no sulphur, cheesy. That's what it is. It's cheesy. It's nutty. And it's cheesy. Now, I don't play with whiskies. I put whiskies, I mix them up. People might put their hands in their head and go, oh, he's mad, he's daft. Yes, if you're putting a bad whiskey in beside them. But you're not putting a bad whiskey in beside them. You're putting two good whiskies together and just playing about with them. And I think that's quite nicer. Determined, what is that? It's no as It's no engine. It is. It's still a bit industrial. Maybe that's what it is. It's a bit industrial. There is no doubt 411 is taking over. 411 is dominating it. And there's less 411 than there is 413 because I think that's just a bit stronger. It'd be interesting to know that comes in. As I say, you could do it the other way. So anyway, that's the Ardnamurchans. I'll put this out just to show you what you can do with whiskies. You might think, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste them. You won't waste them. You certainly won't. You'll enjoy it. You'll get different flavours, and you can see what you do. So it's still a single malt. It's still an Ardnamurchan. It's still a non-age statement. The only thing is you're marrying two different casks together, and you're getting something different. But you can see the colour. I'm still fascinated with that as when I go off air, it'll probably hit me. It's actually quite pleasant. It really, really is. It's no disaster. The other one's coming through. Still got that freshness. There's still a bit of fudge in it. I'm just looking at the two and it's still 411. You've still got the meaty, the oilness. But what you're getting in that, you're still getting that fresh fruitiness, which you're only getting in the 411. I recommend you try this, guys, if you've got it. Even just pour a glass, a wee bit of one, a wee bit of other. Just play a bit with it. So, thanks for watching Gav's Drams. I've been doing half the bottle in these two. I've really enjoyed them. So they'll be put aside for a wee while for visitors and friends. And I'll go on to something else. I'm going to try next week. I'm going to put up all my peated whiskies that I've got opened and see. I won't be able to taste them all, but I'm going to put them all up and talk about the difference in peat. You know, how a young peat, how it's different for an old peat and what have you. Because I've got a lot of peated whiskies opened. I really have. And we'll have a wee look at that. So, thanks for watching Gav's Drams. You know the drill. Press the bell, press the subs button, and you think the content's good and you would like to buy me a dram, press the buy me a coffee, the description box underneath. Quite a few people were very generous last week on these two. Very generous indeed. And I really, really thank them. And we're getting there. So stay safe. Enjoy your whiskey. Don't be frightened to play with it and mix. As long as it's good whiskies, you'll not do any harm. You might find something you like. Cheers. Thanks for watching Gav's Drums. What is that? It's aniseed. There is something there which isn't in there too. Good night. Thank you.